Alright, so time for a VOD review. This is Canadian on Anubis as Zarya. I believe this is a recent game, not really sure. I think the skill rating is 3.8k. My primary focus is during these VOD reviews is on the mechanics of the player. I talk a little bit about team-wide stuff, but generally I'm focused on what the player can do better mechanically, or maybe some decision-making things like game sense. Okay. And normally I have this muted, so don't be off-put by that. Okay, so on a side note, I'm going to be really biased because I hate how bad Zarya is right now. So if I sound whiny, just don't worry about it. You can... Okay, so you use both your barriers. I gotta check. Is there a better, like, quality setting? Okay. The hell, YouTube. Nice, Kanasia. Awesome. Yeah, I need to do those, Rock. Okay. Is this gonna be a better quality yet? YouTube, please. Okay, maybe I'll put some audio on. This is really awkward. Oh god, it's so loud. Okay. Alright, so let's actually set this back now that I'm ready. So their entire team dropped, well, their important tanks dropped off a higher ground, and generally that should be a successful push. Oh my god, I am actually amazed that your soldier lived through that. What the hell? They should have killed him 100%. There you popped the barrier. You didn't get too much out of it, unfortunately. You got a lot. You got like 20 energy out of that one. So here you pop your barrier. You see a lot of people, but they weren't shooting at you. I feel like this barrier is a little bit of a gamble. Oh, let me actually also change the title of my stream to VOD. Viewer, VOD, VOD, how do you spell review? There we go. Just so nobody yells at me. Okay. So this barrier is kind of a gamble. You're not really sure if it's going to be paying off. Borderline. Oh, is Raxa on this game? No, he's not. All right, sorry, sidetracked. But yeah, a little bit of gamble on this barrier. That being said, I'd probably do the same thing. So it did block a hook, which is good. So that's kind of value out of it for you. When you're kind of in this situation where it's a shield battle, generally I try to use my entire clip just to maximize my damage so that I'm not like constantly reloading, because a lot of times I'll be caught in this trap where I'll right click once, I'll right click twice, and then I'll just reload for no reason. Indeed. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately you're below in energy. You actually could have buried there and gotten a good amount out of that. Helix Rocket, you could have barriered the... Oh, that was a good counter hook. So you could have barriered the Fire Strike as well. You got some energy out of there. Actually, that'd be 20 now. Okay, maybe it's not worth to barrier a Fire Strike. That's depressing. Anyway, so Roadhog got counter hooked. Very good. You guys capitalized on that. Fantastic. You're getting pushed by the Reinhardt. You died with the barrier up. So you just make sure that it's okay to bait people like a Reinhardt into attacking you at close range if you know your barrier is coming up. But do make sure that you position yourself so that you have 1 second to go from where you are to safety. Whether that's around a corner or behind a Reinhardt shield or in range of an anti-heal, just make sure. You don't have the 2 seconds, you have 1 second, because that barrier is going to get popped really fast to get to safety. Cool? Cool. Sup, bird? Mensch, how'd it go, dude? How'd your finals go? And have a good night. Confused.
We're down 2 people. That's just...
Yes, you tell them, dude. Down 2 people. Back the fuck up.
We got attack visor. We need to get soldier in those top stairs, maybe.
That's what I'm fucking talking. You know what you're doing, man. Keep it up. You watch my stream. Let's go, buddy. All right. Pop a berry on that Reinhardt. It can be a little bit difficult to react to those fire strikes, but trust me, totally worth it. If your graphics settings are set too low so that you can't see the glow from the fire strike, change it. It takes a very low performance hit, but really, really valuable information that you pass up otherwise. Cool. Nice. 80 energy. Fantastic. Both barriers got full value. I can't really complain with that. This is delicious. When a diva has a Discord on her, that is just free alt charge, man. You gotta love it. Focus on this diva. So you're at high energy. You had a barrier. You actually have both your barriers. So high energy, both barriers, very close to Graviton. You should have used that barrier to push the diva and push her hard, so you got your ult as fast as possible. And then, so part of damaging diva and attacking her like very aggressively is the fact that she's going to drop a lot of health, and you're going to get your ult. So as diva falls back to try to get her heals that she needs from a healer or a mega or something, you can toss your Graviton out without fear of her defense matrixing it. Cool. Could have barriered that.
Get the Reinhardt, he's super lit.
So sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually put my Graviton on a wall, like at the top of this archway. Maybe I'll toss my Graviton up there, because then the Reinhardt gets pulled up. Your Graviton lasts for 4 seconds. However, once the Reinhardt is pulled up into the sky, it takes another second or half a second for him to drop down to the ground before he can actually move. So instead of your Graviton lasting 4 seconds, it instead lasts 5. And that's kind of just like a min-max thing that you get with a lot of Zarya. A lot of Zarya game time. You just pick up on these things that get you a little bit more value out of your ult. And I will actually spend my ult, my Graviton, if I know that the Reinhardt is charged. I'll pop him up on a wall and leave him alone, and I'll just engage the rest of its team. Also, in case anybody's wondering, I pretty much never talk about aim or movement, because you should always be striving to improve your aim and movement, your mechanics. You should never see them as being good enough. Okay. If you can guarantee... Okay, that was very dangerous. Diva should have been right-clicking you. That she could have blind countered the Graviton, but fortunately it worked out for you. Awesome. Okay, so was the soldier ulted there? Let's listen. That kind of sucks. Yeah, you just like couldn't damage him. That's unfortunate. Yeah, there's nothing you could do. Maybe let's look at this again. Yeah, I think that as that diva, like, you should have been in front of that diva as she was flying forward and then get knocked back. I think this is a small positioning error. I've been caught in this situation many, many times, and that's why I tend to not lock myself in this area forward of the choke, because you will get killed if your team backs up. It's like you're forcing them to bait you in a sense. So try to stay in a location where, again, retreating, getting that 1 second of retreat time is getting you to an effective spot to hide. Cool? Thank you, Snacks. Thank you, dude. Alright, see you, Forrest. Have a good night, man. Alright, so pushing Anubis first is always a pain. I feel for you. I've had to do it many times today, and it just feels like sometimes you can never really get things to work. So, kind of unfortunate, but whatevs. Did you pop both your barriers? Alright, so let's look at this. You pop a barrier there. You get pretty low energy. Alright, so this diva kind of fucked you. She held her defense matrix on you when you were barriered. And that's really, really frustrated me. Honestly, I tilt sometimes because of that. Whatevs. Try to, like, ask your diva to not defense matrix you. It sounds weird, but you gotta do it sometimes. Oh. Alright. So, you don't have any ult charge, you don't have any energy, you don't have your barriers. At this point, as a Zarya player, you just gotta kind of throw your hands up and be like, well, shit, I'm useless. Yeah, Canadian. I can understand. So here, just trying to push. Totally fine. Making a little bit of space. This is... I'll actually do this myself. Your team is taking a long time to move up with you. And that barrier wasn't too useful. So, let's take a step back here. What threat does this Roadhog have? Right down in there. No, Blitz. The diva can absorb the damage that would go to your shield. Alright, so you're pushing. There's a Mercy. The soldier... Okay, so the soldier fell off. There's nothing he can do.
Soldier's got
Okay, so that's what you know so far. Reinhardt's on the ground. There's a diva up top. Okay, so she's at long range. Can't really do damage. And you bury the Roadhog because you see a Reinhardt. I don't know about that. Hold that barrier. Again, your personal barriers are used. Your personal barriers are used to get energy, or to push people when you have good amount of energy. Your projected barriers are used to save your teammates. You always have to save them for like a good reason. I used to use my barriers as soon as they were available. Literally every single time, and I would just spam barriers. I would use like 50 projected barriers in a game, and it was really bad. You never want to do that. So take a little bit more time in between your barriers, chillax, wait for a good use.
Mercy's down.
Like right there. I'm sure that Reinhardt would love a shield right about now. Instead he goes down. Alright, fortunately you're kind of hanging on with your life. Very nice. You get your 40 charge. Awesome. You can push that Roadhog. You pop your barrier. Nice, you took him down. And so at this point, as you see the soldier jump off of the this upper area, once you see him drop down like that, you go back to the point. Because he can't come back up here. You've effectively zoned him off of the stairs, and he has to rotate fully around, wasting time. You can get back to the point faster than him by just going down the stairs. So, like, if you had gone directly down the stairs, you would have already been at the corner. And then, like, the corner, hold on. Can you see my mouse? You could have already been at the corner right here. Not this near corner. Let me see. This one right here. You could have already been near that. So what you can do is you can play that corner so he can't get through for free without taking damage. And then you've zoned him. Again, you're going from zoning him off the stairs, rotating faster than him, and zoning him in the other area, which is what you want to do as Zarya. That's why I use grenade jumps very often, because that allows me to rotate faster than my opponent, so I can continue zoning them to the place that they've rotated to.
Nice. Okay, they use tack. Okay, good job, good job. Oh shit.
That's not ideal. Nice. Okay. Not bad. That was kind of close, but it was a good resolution.
That was the opposite. You pushed them away.
Okay, I don't know how much I can get through this VOD. I think already I've given you a lot of good stuff to work with.
Okay, fall back. We just lost Roadhog. We just lost Roadhog.
Good calling. Good calling. You're letting your team know what's going on. Unfortunately, Reinhardt goes down too. You guys are already retreating, so it's kind of whatever. What's up, Keller? Nice. So you're at high energy. I tend to do this a lot where I just kind of barely stay fighting with the enemy team, just barely trading, so I can keep my energy at high levels. High energy, you got your barriers, you got your Graviton. This is like, bellissimo. Feels so good as a Zarya main. You've got your toolkit, your full toolkit available to you. Alright, so Diva got pulled, trying to get the barrier on her, but she backed out, that's fine, waiting for that. Okay, now, you could have totally Graviton right there. I think that would have been fine. You could, right there, put it, Graviton right at the ground. Right there. You can't see my pen, but I'm tapping at the screen. Put it right there, right on the ground to the right of the point. Nice away from the Diva, you're gonna get the Mercy in there. And you get slept. Rim pepperonis. Oh my god, Graviton! Use your Graviton, dude! Use your Graviton, dude, please! Please! No! It's too late! It's too late! It doesn't matter now. The situation already escalated. You didn't engage with it. Use the mouse? I know. I was just kind of goofing around. You guys generally understood what I meant. Alright. You don't have an ult. You don't have energy. You got your barriers. Your team's actually winning the point. Did you just ban Priest? Loma, god damn it. We need to talk. You're getting modded, bud. Alright, well, good on you. Your team's doing a great job of kind of getting this to work. Please, dear God, don't get Anubis on this. Oh, no. No, no, no. Don't let them recap this or retake it. Come on, get the D.Va, 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 D.Va. Now, Ryan, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, that sucks. I think if you had Gravitoned earlier, and I don't know if your team had any ults to combo with, but I think if you had gotten that ult out a little bit earlier, it would have been a little bit cleaner of a wipe, especially since you could have been at a distance, and you didn't necessarily have to walk into the middle of their team. Plus, if you had Graviton in the right area, you would have pulled Mercy into it, and then she couldn't have rezzed, which is the main problem with your team holding the point. Worst part about this is you only got one tick. Come on, man.
How about those Discord targets?
Fuck me.
That's alright, Loma. I'm just kidding. Spiteful man, full of intent.
Fall back, fall back.
How'd you guys die?
In a rare form, NJ? What do you mean? I'm joking. What, manOFsnow making jokes? No. Look at that, dude. You fucking cheeky bastard. You're just sitting there like a little gopher. Hey, give me energy, please. Please. And it seems like, oh, sure. Since you asked so nicely. Follow me to the back room. Alright, so you've got some energy, not really. Now you have energy, you don't have a barrier. Good barrier. So now you're at full energy. Awesome. Good, so you got to pick. Now, I don't know if he Earth Shattered that or if that was your Reinhardt. Nice. This is winnable. Your Winston and Roadhog, the Winston and Roadhog just traded their ults. You're going to get closer to your Graviton. You have your Graviton now. Okay, so right now, once you drop down in this lower area and you walk straight into the wall, D.Va can't eat your Graviton. I would definitely pop it at that point because you're going to pull a bunch of people into that Graviton. Mercy's already res. Winston uses ult. D.Va may have her ult, but it doesn't really matter because it's D.Va. D.Va's ult sucks. You Graviton at that corner, the ult of D.Va is going to be pulled into there. It's going to be very difficult for her to boost out, and you're going to negate the in ult. So there's like 4, maybe 5 ults on the enemy team that they don't have, and they're not even defending the point. You guys have a tick. I think if you had Graviton there right as you dropped into the pit, you could have cleared the point and won right then and there. There you go. By the way, you don't have to grenade jump out of there. You can just jump and crouch. But no, you guys lost the push. Alright, you have 1 push left. Hopefully you get it this time. Best of luck. It's fun seeing Snow not mad at ranked. Because it's like, I just get the, like, in ranked, my only goal is to play well. And sometimes I can't play well because of the decisions of my teammates. All I have to do right now is to just talk about how I feel about the game. Just giving my opinion. Do this, do that. Good job here, bad job here. That kind of stuff. I don't have to be as, like, bonkers.
Yeah, we're in before there's 2 of us here.
Good. So good job letting your team know that they're pushing before they're fully grouped. That's really important. Not a whole lot of people see that, so good job. Shoot, that sucks. Unfortunately, yeah, okay. So if I see you walking up like that as Zarya, if I'm the D.Va on the enemy team, you're going to be getting right-clicked the entire time. Like, I know you're going to Graviton. Watch it. 5 seconds, you Graviton.
Kill the Ryan, kill the Ryan.
What'd I say? Oh, you barely got out of that. You barely lived from that.
I got soldier.
Good. Try to call out more targets as you go. D.Va. D.Va is a priority target right now. There you go. Now on the yes. Okay.
Kill the Anna.
Good. Hey, good right clicks. Not bad.
Get ready to. Yeah. Nice.
Not bad.
0 seconds.
So, good job. I think you played well that round. So, your communication. Sorry, I don't know how to speak anymore. Your communication is really good. You're helping your team realize when they're going in without the rest of the team. You're telling your team to back up. You're saying the right things. If people listen to you, this will help you win games. All of your skill is not just mechanical, which is a problem with a lot of high-level players. I swear to God, some people are like top 500 and literally don't understand that this isn't Call of Duty. They don't understand that this isn't Counter-Strike. They don't understand anything about this game. They just have aim, movement, and a W key on the keyboard. Like, that's it. It's so frustrating. Good job. You think about the game. You understand what's going on. I'm happy. Traditionally, holding this first point, it either goes really well or really bad as Zarya. That being said, Zarya is just a momentum-based champ. Everything that she does, like if your team's winning a fight, she wins even harder. If you're losing a fight, well, you kind of shit out of luck. Stepped away while you helped him start this. How do I get you to do this to me? Anthony, go into my Discord and post a YouTube link. At least 720, 30 FPS, no background music. Into my VOD review channel on my manOFsnow's Discord. VOD command, there should be. I'll do that. VOD command. VOD command. Okay, Canadian. Got it. Won't spoil though. Got it. Okay, I would say you could be a little bit more aggressive. You tend to be behind this pillar more than you need to. You see, like you dip back behind this for half a second. All you need to do is to just strafe into it for a split second as you're reloading, and then you can pop back out before you're done reloading, and then acquire your target, move your mouse to the target, and by the time you're actually ready to shoot, you're already aiming at your target. So it's just a min-maxing. Like, it's a very small thing. You could have spent a quarter of a second less behind this pillar, and you would have done just that much more damage.
I'm asleep.
I fucking hate getting slapped, man. I feel so bad for you. Okay, nice.
Push him.
Good, just normal Zarya gameplay here. I like it. You don't have to worry about the Mercy too much. I would say right-click more, because not only are you going to be doing AoE damage, you're going to be knocking people around. And when they're trying to escape or run out, that's going to stop them from doing that. Perfect. Very nice. You're low, so you are low health. You want to run away. Don't die. Never mind. You're scared as fuck, dude. Go get some heals. Alright, you're good. So you've got high energy. You're close to getting your ultimate. You have your barriers. Not that it matters, because they're resetting from their last push anyway. Okay. Just one more right click and you got your ult. One more. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Okay, Soldier, what are you doing, bud?
Soldier's on 3rd floor.
Good job. So you were cutting him off from getting that health back. Good job.
Thanks for the help. There, D.Va, she's got no boosters. I'm asleep.
Okay. Do you remember my grenade jump to the right? So right here, you see these sandbags? You can grenade jump to get up to this higher ground to rotate twice as fast, maybe even 3 times as fast as taking the steps to your left. Let's see what you do. If you take the steps to the left. How dare you? You're no student of mine. Okay, Mercy. Mercy is stuck behind this wall. Do you see that? That's who you go for. You ignore everything else and you kill that support. Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Oh my god, that Mercy just got annihilated by that D.Va mech.
Heal our Ryan.
I feel so bad about that.
Nice.
You started trying some Zarya and super helpful watches. Nice. Home gear. Excellent. Alright, okay, so there is a jump right here. I'm just gonna load up Anubis. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about after this. But I'm gonna show you 2 jumps that are really nice to have. Oh, rip, dude. So they're leaving you alone. Actually, there's this neat thing with Zarya, where if the enemy team plays, so if you get slept and the enemy team plays properly, and that is they ignore you, that gives you time to get your barrier off cooldown, which is kind of helpful. It's a little tidbit of knowledge there, I guess. I'm not sure, XT. Maybe when her buffs are reverted. Okay, very nice. Yeah, that's honestly, I feel like that's a one fight with that Zarya. I might have pushed that myself out of pure like wanting to show my dominance, but yeah, it's a good thing you didn't, because that Reinhardt would have smashed your face in. Ripping pepperonis. Yeah. Okay. Good night. So that situation broke down pretty quickly. Let's take a... Oh god. Wait, what? Oh, okay, we're good. Alright, so your team got Graviton. Let's see what they're gonna die to. You got 2 kills out of that. Okay. Your Lucia goes down to Fire Strike. That Reinhardt Earth Shatter. Okay, so that's what did you in. Okay, so I think where you went wrong is you went it was right to be scared of this Diva ult, but when you see the Reinhardt charging it away, you don't need to fully drop down to lower ground. You can stay up on the bridge, or not up on the bridge, but you can stay on the stairs, out of the LOS of the Diva mech. Plus, since you saw the Reinhardt charging that mech away, you can gamble and just assume that he's going to be able to shield it and then move up anyway. You can look as the mech is about to explode to see if the Reinhardt is shielding. If he's not, just kind of like peek back behind a corner, you know? So yeah, I think probably like you shouldn't have been here. You should have been up on the bridge, and that would have helped you out a little bit to stay alive. Keep your team alive as well, because then you could have barriered the Lucio as he's getting pressured.
How did they fucking win that?
I don't know. XX Princess XX. Maybe it's the fact that you guys got absolutely annihilated by that Earth Shatter. Although, in his defense, he did get a 2K to start the fight, so their team did kind of win a 4v6. Feels bad. Alright, so you have a 5-minute hold coming up for last if you want to get the win. Failing that, you can go for the tie. Failing that, you could lose. So, there's like 3 options. Oh, it feels normal. So you've got a good amount of energy. Nice. David goes down.
Let the healers escape.
Right side.
Honestly, I would probably right-click that. So what I tend to do oftentimes, if I have full ammo in my gun, I will right-click to knock somebody up, a squishy, and then I'll track them as they fly through the air. Makes tracking a little bit easier. It's a very predictable path, and it's a little bit of burst damage. So you can be left-clicking as your right-click is flying through the air. So it's like an overwhelming amount of damage. That makes sense. Hey, what's up, Ajax? Good old VOD review. Yeah, it's been a while, man. What are the best heroes to master to climb out of plat? Probably Roadhog, Diva, maybe Reinhardt. But Reinhardt's really hard to learn.
I got Reinhardt here on the right-hand side with Anna.
Okay, you don't have them over there. They have you, by the way.
Can I see one forward, please?
Oh my god. I swear to God, if you live. Okay.
Tom.
If you had lived, I would have been impressed.
Ryan, he's destroying us.
That's true, actually. That Reinhardt is kind of hard carrying.
Hey, good stuff, good stuff. Nice Diva.
It was not good, actually.
The fuck, dude? Negative Nancy. Relax, man. Okay. Not a whole lot to talk about right now. Your Junkrat has his tire. You could try to coordinate with him, try to get his tire to blow up as you Graviton. I didn't impress. Sorry, dude.
Oh, damn it.
Alright, sounds good, KT1 Flash. Alright, so you traded Gravitons, not bad. That sucks. So now you're kind of fighting for survival. So what I'll do sometimes, let me see if you look at it. Okay, so this wall right here, you can jump on top of that with a grenade jump. You can just sit up there and AD spam, and it's actually kind of difficult to shoot you. Failing that, if you're about to get really low, you can just drop down and get a health pack. Since the enemy team hasn't capped all that much, you do have a little bit of time, worst comes to worst, to grab that mega health pack that's under the point, and then work your way back up.
Go in there.
Why am I now just discovering manOFsnow, no defense intended? Just didn't know how I missed it. No, Paul, I'm a small streamer without the view bots. Not that I'm view botting, but whatever, you know? Alright. I would actually prefer Zarya over Reaper when stalling. I don't know, actually. I don't know. Nice, Santos. Best of luck, dude. Hope you enjoy it.
They're all anti-heal.
Alright, one thing that you're doing is very useful that some of my own teammates don't do is they call when they're dead. They're giving their teammates information. Because remember, you're looking at the game in third person, you see things that your teammates don't. Giving them that information is really helpful. Saying things like, we're 2 down, we're 3 down, or they're 2 down, or they're 3 down. Or, you know, target this person, target that person. That is extremely helpful. When you are dead, you're not, like, completely useless to your team. Give your team the information that they need to succeed, to win a fight. Promise.
I'm surprised no one picked Sombra.
Sombra's okay. Actually, she's not bad for this point because you could hack the health back.
So we still go. Just keep going, keep going. It's not over. It's
I'm
not over.
gonna put that feather in my cap. Actually, it's not a bad idea. That sucks. Okay, so you have a 2-minute 14-second hold in order to tie. Unfortunate. Sometimes that's just the way the 2CP rolls. This game mode is extremely frustrating. I hate it with a burning passion. You guys, like, I remember the push where you had, what was it? You guys, like, had fought on point for, like, a minute, and the Mercy res. Oh, that's when your Graviton was late? If you guys had won that push and won it successfully, you'd be looking at pretty even playing field right now. But unfortunately, that push failed, and you guys used a lot of your ults, and you kind of failed the ult economy at that point. And then they took a hold of the ult economy, and then you guys just struggled to push the point, and you barely squeaked out a cap at the very last second in overtime. So, kind of unfortunate, but 2CP, I think, requires... So, let me put it this way. Payload and hybrid maps need mastery of rotations, of positioning. Koth maps need mastery as a team of DM. And 2CP maps need mastery of ult economy. That's how I feel about the different game mode, or the different map types. Is that they stress different abilities of your team. If your team has amazing DM, but you literally, like, don't call, nobody has any fucking clue what's going on in the game, you should probably become a Koth team. That's why you see a lot of new teams, really cool guys. When they first played my team, they stomped us at Koth. Why? Because they're a mechanically strong team. They don't know anybody on the team. Like, they don't know how the whole team works. They don't mesh really well. It takes time to build chemistry, and that's why you see teams that start with mechanical skill and they develop as a team and they start understanding each other's chemistry. They are good at Koth, and then they get good at payload. Really, really good teams understand 2CP. They have that ult economy. You know, stack all of your ults. Stack 6 ults. Force the enemy team to burn some ults. And then use your 6 ults all at once to get a clean wipe on the last point. DM, deathmatch. Sorry, do you guys need explanation on acronyms? DM is deathmatch. Basically, how good you can kill other players. Anything else? Two CP. 2 capture point, which is Anubis, Hanamura, Volskaya. Okay? Two control points you need cap in order to complete the map. Cool. Like in hybrid, sorry, King's Row, you have to cap the first point. That's 1 CP.
Alright, guys, let's do this.
Okay, pretty standard, just collecting energy. Sometimes when you barrier the Reinhardt, that's not really going to go your way, and actually I would stress that you save that bubble again. I know you want to get high energy at the start of the game. Right now that's simply not possible as Zarya, so do try to save that barrier for a teammate that's kind of in need. Yeah, thank you, Disporviak. There we go. Awesome, Drewskis. Glad you like it, man.
Oh, soldier's on 3rd floor. No, he's on 2nd floor.
Surprise!
He's on 3rd floor. Soldier's on
I think you could have actually... So, let's take a step back here. So here, Soldier's trying to move up on you. When he's going like that, trying to motion like he's going up these stairs, I will actually grenade jump to move up the stairs faster than he possibly can, and then I will zone him from getting that health pack. Because the fight right now isn't between who can deathmatch better, but it's who can rotate fastest to that health pack. And you'll see this a lot at high level, where there's 1v1s, and both players see each other, and they understand that there's a 1v1 going on, but they know, each player knows that they're close to a mega health pack, and then the fight turns into who can get to that health pack fastest. Say Ooga Booga as fast as you can. Ooga Booga.
He's on 3rd floor. Soldier's on 3rd floor.
So, okay, I just want to say something here really quick. You just let the soldier, for free, get to a mega and to a high ground position where soldiers thrive. So, you should be ashamed of yourself. Naughty naughty. Don't let him do that for free. What the fuck? What is he doing? Hello? Okay, I don't know what that soldier was doing. By the way, going to the upper ground would have protected you from getting pushed from behind like that. You basically overextended without actually moving anywhere. And then the enemy team just kind of kept pushing and you got collapsed on.
Slept in back by
You don't need to grenade jump for either of those. You have to grenade jump here though. Do it, do it. No. Alright, so we gotta show you one more jump on Anubis. You don't need to jump there. Come on, it's all on you, buddy. You got it. Kill him. Kill them all. Okay, rip. That was a mistake? Okay. Happens. At this point, you should swap to somebody who's faster. Maybe like a Winston. Okay. That sucks. The 2 CP gods did not smile upon you tonight. Unfortunate. Or in this game. Okay, so, as I'm booting up Overwatch and getting into Anubis, I am going to try to talk about what I think you could work on. So, aside from developing mechanical stuff, aim, movement, which I do stress, I want you to work on that. I love your communication. I think it's great. Keep it up. Keep developing that. Maybe try to shot call a little bit and tell your team exactly what to do. Micromanage them. Use this ult with this ult right now. Be a little bit more liberal with your Gravitons. And not liberal like, hey, you just got your Graviton. Use it, even though you just won the team fight. I mean, like, there is... It takes a lot of game sense, but you eventually get to the point where you can sense where your Graviton is going to be most useful. So, I promise you'll get to it. All right. I cannot grow a beard. Sorry. So I should have cut the soldier off to make it. Yes. Yeah. I'm never gonna have a pink beard. All right. So here are the jumps I'm gonna show you really quickly.
Together, we are
Oh my god, this feels so smooth. Alright, so here you don't need to rocket jump or grenade jump. And actually, I'll show you this jump. Finmans, have a good night, dude. Grenade jump just like that. I'm gonna make a YouTube video featuring all the jumps, including the ones that I'm not gonna show you, but I promise that's doable. And yeah. Yeah, indeed. I haven't actually played Quake anytime recently. Okay. You have to grenade jump right there if you want to make it across here. Okay. You can also grenade jump to get up to here. Cool. Cool. So. This is the jump that I'm talking about. You can't make it normally. But if you grenade jump, pretty easy. Yeah, exactly, Canadian. Exactly. Is there a Rogaine for beers? Let me know, dude. So, you were right here. Soldier was right here. He was turning to face you. Just graviton, or grenade jump like that. You'll make it up here faster, probably. And then all you have to do is to right click and you secure the health pack for yourself. And then you go back and you push him and he has to drop down. He goes to here. You shoot at him a little bit. Their team is continuing to rotate. And that's when you make your exit. Okay, you just kind of run away. They come to this choke point. You right click a little bit and you're making your escape. Cool? Yes, Zagana Gax. I did it in a pro match. And it worked. I don't know. I don't double grenade jump unless I have an explicit reason to. Like, I wouldn't just like, hey, we're playing complexity right now. I wonder what they're doing in front of the map. Oh, look, grenade jump. Morality, yeah, but it's kind of like you have to double the grenade. Pretty sure, or you have to do it perfectly. Hold on. Rogaine for beard. Well, works all the same. Blood vessels nearby fall because we give him more food. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, whoops. I messed it up. Anyway, that's doable. Promise. Okay, so I feel like there was one more jump I needed to show you. Does anybody remember? Showed you that one. Oh, okay. I remember. This one. You gotta remember this jump. Anybody can do this, okay? So you jump, you try to get head on with this. You jump onto this sandbag, and then you jump onto this steel thing. I don't know. This. Anybody can do that. That is an extremely fast rotation. But do keep in mind that you have to land it directly, like, on this. It's a very, like, small area you can jump on. Okay? If you can